What's up, fellow hikers? Today I visited the Churchouse Hammock Trail in Crystal River, Florida. It is part of the Crystal River Preserve trail system that we have out here. And I decided I wanted to start taking some videos to help others that are interested in also visiting these trails and just giving you some idea of the parking situation and the layout of the land, just in case you're driving something like an RV or something larger and you're just wanting to know if you'll fit in the area. There's plenty of parking here. There's the trail, there's a pavilion as you saw, and there's even some parking off to the side up here for larger rigs. Just plenty of room, and I will say I was here on a Thursday evening around 5 o'clock, and it was nearly empty. So that should give you some context on, the overall crowd situation. And here is another 360 of the parking area, the pavilion, the grounds, the big beautiful trees. This in particular trail is located right off of the Highway 19 in Crystal River. And it is a very popular highway, so there is road noise. However, once we get into the trail, it does disappear. This is a nice little map of the archaeological parks and trails. And here we are. We get started and we have some pavement to begin with. A blue and yellow marker indicating that there's 2 trails ahead to choose from. And as I get down the trail some, there will be a fork in the road for you to choose which way you would like to go. I went back to my handy dandy map and realized that the blue trail is the larger of the 2 loops. They do have a couple of intersecting points throughout, and I decided to go ahead and take the blue trail because it also is supposed to go out to the water. This is a little sign showing you about how they use fire to maintain the lands. Alright, let's get started. First impressions of this trail are I absolutely love the interesting rock formations that are coming out of the ground. It almost feels just like the park's name, archaeological. It's neat to be able to bounce off of the roots, the different rock formations, and get lost. It felt, as I was going down the trail, it felt like I couldn't believe this was right off of a major highway. The whole time I'm just thinking, wow, I feel like I stepped into a completely different world. And at this point, I still hear some road noise, but it's starting to drown out as the palms and the trees start drowning out the noise with the wind and the rustling of the leaves and whatnot. As you can see, the hammocks are gorgeous and the ground is hard packed. This is the point to where you can pick which way you want to go. Yellow for smaller loop, blue for larger loop. And here we are. We're going on the blue trail. I absolutely love the conditions of this trail. It was hard packed with pine needles, lots of roots, like I said before. Just fun and lots of texture. Here's a nice overhead look of the hammocks. And I believe at this point it was pretty much silent or getting very quiet. In terms of wildlife, I did not notice a lot of wildlife on this particular day. Some squirrels and, you know, a couple of creatures out there, but nothing crazy. Just look at how gorgeous this pathway is. These roots are huge. Feels like you're in Jurassic Park. Get a little calf stretching. There's even some of these really gnarly Tarzan style swing from tree to tree doodads. I'm sure they have an official name. I don't know, but I just think they're cool looking. Alright, and here we have a tree trunk that caught my attention, and I got in there and noticed that it's taking sandals captive. It'd be a good spot for a geocache. Alright, and here we're rounding out the back side of the Blue Trail. Okay, and then the conditions start to pick up and get a little muddy. We're getting closer to the water. And I find a little path off to the side that just looked really neat. Kind of carved into the palms. And just kind of see where it led to. And lo and behold, we make it to the edge of the land where it meets the water. It's just absolutely stunning. Words can't describe it in person. You feel like you're in Jurassic Park or something. And you're the only one there. Took me a minute to kind of get a good view of the water. This palm frond was doing a great job of blocking my view. But there we are. And the wind just picked up and got real gnarly. I just couldn't... I can't tell you how deserted it felt. Just to be the only one standing there and having this wind, huge gust of wind take over. It's beautiful.